This is Drinking with Craig and Roger. I'm Craig.
I'm Roger.
All right, so today we're going to talk about a whiskey that is local to us here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes.
What do you know?
Well, it's Resurgens Rye, and it's made from single malted rye. So the rye grains have been sprouted and then dried, which is different. Most rye whiskey uses unmalted rye and maybe some corn whiskey and a little bit of barley malt to help it along. But this one doesn't need it. It's 100% malted rye.
How do you expect that to affect the flavor?
I expect it to be a little sweeter than most rye would be, because what happens when the grains sprout is that the starchy type filler that the plants are going to use for their food until they can get some roots is not as sweet as it is after it sprouts.
Okay.
And it's a little more so. This is 86 proof. Okay, and it's double copper pot distilled, just like most single malt scotches are in pots, which means instead of a continuous type process that distills at a very high alcoholic content, it's distilled once to about 15 to 30%, something like that, and then distilled again, which takes it up to about 130 or so proof, or about 65%, and then it's brought down to bottling by adding some water, preferably from the place that it was distilled. Anyway, so this is using water, I guess, right out of the Atlanta, municipal water facilities.
We do have good water,
and most places do. And so that's what we have here.
all right.
And it should be tangy and sweet. It has no age statement. So here it is. It probably is 2 to 3 years, maybe 4 years in the barrel.
Okay. Thank you. Has an interesting nose to it. And of course, it's fairly dark.
Well, that probably means it was stored in charred oak barrels. Either that or they put something in it to make it
I
dark.
kind of doubt it, though. I kind of doubt they'd use coloring. It is a kind of a small craft distillery. I'll see if there's any other information, perhaps with a label.
I can smell the rye in it, just the nose, but it's cloudy. It's got a lot of fuzz in it, so it's
They have been making a lot of interesting stuff. This is a distillery that doesn't just do your standard styles. They're always kind of doing interesting collaborations and, whiskeys with a slightly different process than you might normally find. So it's been interesting to see a lot of the stuff they're putting out. ASW.
Yeah, so this is a more complicated taste than normal wine.
I can tell. Ooh, that is good. That is way smoother and less, I guess, spicy than a typical rye that I've had.
You still taste that rye in there, but it's just not really spicy.
Almost has a chocolatey note to me in the back end.
Yeah, a little smoky, I think, too, as well. It's very sort of a cloudy taste, to
Yeah,
it.
cloudy. I'm still thinking slightly like cocoa powder.
Maybe.
It's good. Very good. This is interesting. I have not had another one that tastes quite like it.
Definitely mild on the taste. Definitely.
Yeah, surprisingly.
At an 86 proof, I mean that's pretty good.
Yeah.
For it to be that soft on the palate. So.
You still think, after tasting it, you still think maybe aged 3 to 4 years?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, whiskey gets pretty easy to drink after even 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess I don't taste a tremendous amount of barrel in it.
No, you don't, and it's not that round. It's not, you know, if it's been aged in a barrel for 12 to 20 years, it's probably pretty mild to the taste. This has got a little bit of rashness to it, not much, but
It's
tiny
really
bit.
good.
It is very
I must
nice.
say it's really good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what to compare it to, and coming up short. Do you have any comparisons to throw out there?
No. It's not too far removed from a Tennessee whiskey like George Dickel.
I don't know.
It's got a little the rye taste, but the other taste around the rye is sort of like the George Dickel.
Okay.
It's got a little more cloudiness in it. I think maybe due to filtering the things through their brand new wool blankets when they make it. It probably has a little bit of fuzz to it, as opposed to Jack Daniel's, which is really clear and clean. But yeah, no, it's fine. It's a complicated taste.
It's really good.
Very nice. And actually, I was at a store in Athens, and there was a woman in front of me that bought about 6 of these things.
Wow.
She said she knew them. She liked the people who owned it, and she was willing to pay a little bit more for it in Athens than she would have in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
But she
say she was going to gift them, or was she?
Oh, she had them right there at the counter. She was taking them out with her, and I just remarked on that. And she said that she knew them, and they were great, and she loved it. It was her favorite, and I can understand that. I can too. It's a terrific whiskey.
Really good. She was loading up for herself.
That is it. I think it's probably getting in maybe a couple weeks stock with 6 bottles. You think, or maybe a little bit longer.
Oh God, well I don't know. I don't know what kind of lady she was.
I don't know either.
But yeah, it says at the very in their description, the last sentence is, we're in the midst of a modern day renaissance. Discover our unique take here, a true work of Southern art. And I can't say that is a load of bull. This is really good.
No, it is.
This is the best thing I've had from them.
Yeah.
So
it's a step above the normal rye that you would get.
I think that chocolate flavor I was first noting has kind of turned into pecan. I'm almost tasting like pecan shells, pecan flavor. It's now seeming really nutty to me.
Yeah, it's probably from the little shells on the rye that you're getting that.
Maybe.
They probably what they do is they malt the stuff and they dry it, then they smash it, and then they soak the whole grain in water, and then they ferment it, and the whole grain lays down there on the bottom until it's done fermenting, and some of the little characteristics from the grain are going to be in there, including the husk. That's I think what we've got here.
And I must note, the nose on this guy is it's very easy to get a deep smell of. A lot of American whiskeys, bourbons and such have such a strong nose to it. I mean, if you put your nose in there, you're going to blow out all your buds. I mean, you're going to smell a ton of fiery hot alcohol.
This is a mild,
super mild nose.
It's good stuff.
But the stuff I'm smelling, I'm also definitely tasting.
It's good.
Got a lot of, like I said, nutty, chocolatey, earthy component to it.
Yeah, it's in your estimation of my rating of this stuff from 1 to 10.
1 to 10
as far as ryes go, and this is probably around 9.
Definitely.
It's good stuff.
Of everything I've had that's a rye, this is up there.
It's right there.
Sure. What about whiskey in general?
Oh, I'm going to have to put around 8. It's
still really good.
It's pretty good. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Do you remember how much it cost, roughly?
Oh, it's about $40 a bottle, which is more than Jack Daniel's. I'm sorry, not Jack Daniel's. It's Jim Beam rye. Which is an excellent drink at less than $20 a bottle.
True. This is for the money. That's a great drink.
Oh, it's a great.
But this is a world apart.
Oh, this is different. Much different.
I think I'm pretty surprised this was only $40 a bottle. To be honest, I would expect this to be more.
It probably will be if this.
Yeah. Keep it a secret. But definitely, if you have a chance to get a hold of this, I'd say you must give it a try. This is really interesting, and I can't wait to have more of it in the future.
All right.
You might see me buying the 6 bottles and taking it out.
All right. Terrific. Are we done now, son?
We're done.
All right. Have a great day.